Guys, we're back. I know in the previous video we alluded that we were going to record a second video to dive in a little bit more detail, and that is this video. So what we're going to talk about is the different habits that are a part of this challenge and a little bit more into the specifics. So I'm going to start with sleep. So specifically the habit that we're going to be focused on is getting a minimum of 7.5 hours sleep. I know that you may not always think about sleep being a fundamental habit to focus on, but it really does have a trickle-down impact on every single other habit. And so sleep sort of at the foundation. Also, similarly, is water intake. Most of us could stand to drink more water, so there's going to be a focus on getting a minimum of 64 ounces of water in each day. The third habit is movement. So this does not necessarily mean the movement like when you're in classes here at the gym, but this is movement outside of that. So it might look like it's a 20-minute requirement each day, and that can be mobility, stretching, doing a yoga video. It can be taking your dog for a walk, whatever it might be, but it's going to be 20 minutes minimum of movement each day.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that, it can also be skill practice, like before or after class. So there's a lot of things that could be. Walking's great, skill practice, all that stuff. Also, so the habit stacking that we talked about in the last video, the first 3 habits here are going to start all in that first week, and they'll last throughout the full 6 weeks. Yeah. And then each week we'll add a new one that will then last till that last 6th week.
Yeah, so week 1 are those 3 habits. Week 2, we add on, again, we stack the habit of protein. So the protein minimum requirement is going to be 0.7 to 1 gram per your body weight. So if you need some help doing the math on that and figuring it out, we can help you with that. Here's a key distinction of this habit is we are going to ask you to track that information. So if you sign up, we'll be giving more specific instructions on how you're going to do that or options that you have, but that one you will have to track. So that takes us to the next habit, which is quality. So this is going to look at fruit and vegetable intake specifically. So as we've talked about before, there's quantity of food and quality. Both matter. And so the way that we're going to monitor this habit is aiming for 5 servings, which is around 5 cups of fruits and vegetables per day. You'll have an option if you rather use a food scale and weigh that. That's around 600 grams worth of fruits and veggies. So that's the next habit that gets stacked. From there, week 4, avoiding liquid calories. Now, for some of you, this might be, you're like, oh, that's easy. I don't drink soda. I don't drink fruit juice. But this one, alcohol, is also going to be included in this. And so for a lot of us, this is a habit that maybe we need to take a closer look at. And so it will include no alcohol in those weeks. The next one is avoiding added sugar. And this is in any form. So this is in liquid form, but also, again, treats, sweets, all the sweet, delicious things that you can think of.
A lot of processed food and baked goods. So you're gonna have to look at some labels.
Yeah, and just a quick note, and again, we'll talk more about this, but part of this challenge is about pushing you into discomfort, meaning the majority of people, especially this time of year, are not gonna choose, especially these 2 things, right? Alcohol usually goes up, lots of added sugar, candy, treats. And so we don't want to be like everybody else. We're going to be intentional about being disciplined and choosing to avoid those.
Yeah.
And then oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Just before we move on, I just wanted to point out that we intentionally wanted to focus on 4 things that are additive. So it's not restricting anything. We're trying to add important things to your routines, habits, diet, that hopefully will crowd out some of the junk. And so that by the time we get to this, maybe you're a little bit more calibrated to do these 2 weeks. And also, just before you kind of freak out about this, these aren't things that necessarily we're saying forever and always you can never have alcohol again or you can never have sugar again. But I think it's just good to train yourself and have the personal awareness to realize you can go without these things. And like Abby said, just do something hard to show yourself you can do it.
Yeah, I love that. The addition aspect is really important. And then the final habit that we're going to focus on as a part of this would be added in on the 6th week, is 10 minutes each day of what we're calling personal development. Now, this category in particular will probably look different from person to person. It might be 10 minutes of reading a book, a personal growth or development book. It might be 10 minutes of a meditation app if you're working on stress management. It might be prayer. It might be journaling, whatever it might be. But the whole point of this last habit is to really be sort of in a posture of self-reflection. And why am I doing this? Is there any other area of my life that I really know I need to put some emphasis or work around? And so it's carving out those 10 minutes each day to work on that. And so by the end of this, your sort of pyramid of habits, you stack them one on top of the other, and your framework headed into the holiday season is going to look vastly different from the majority of other people. So we're excited and really want everybody in the gym to participate. As a part of the challenge, we will be using the My Coach app, which is the nutrition coaching app that we use here at the gym. There's a community feature inside of that app that is sort of like a social media platform where we'll be able to engage with one another, share content ideas. You'll be hearing from our coaches as in that community on a routine basis as a part of the challenge. We're just really excited about the next 6 weeks and being able to kind of focus on this.
Yeah, and like some of the other coaches that are helping, we're also going to provide some more educational content and tips and things like that. Like, for example, I'm gonna get with Nicole and record a video and some content specifically about sleep, because that's her area of expertise. So just lastly, the cost is $75 for the full 6-week challenge, and there are prizes. There is going to be one prize for the overall winner. The overall winner will get their entry fee refunded, so $75 plus a $150 Rogue gift card. And Rogue has stuff like shoes and clothes and workout gear as well, so you get yourself a pair of shoes. And there's also going to be weekly prizes, and you're eligible for those weekly prizes if you are at least 80% compliant and participating in the group discussion. And that goes for the overall winner too. The overall winner has to also be someone who's been participating in the group discussions. And if you meet those requirements, you're at least 80% compliant, participating in group discussion each week, you are eligible for a weekly prize. It's going to be a $20 to $25 gift card to a local establishment that will help you with some of these habits, like maybe a Trader Joe's gift card or something like that. And the weekly prize is going to reset every week, so that if you just have a week where you just totally go off the rails, you can just get back on track the next week and still be eligible for that weekly prize drawing. So.
Yeah, and we'll get into more specifics about, well, how does somebody know if I'm 80% compliant? Like, if you sign up, there'll be an orientation that we'll get into all the details of the app and where are you going to check things off and all that sort of information. So we just wanted to make this video to give you a little bit more information around exactly what is included, and hopefully get you excited about joining, because we want as many of you to participate as possible.
And that orientation that Abby was talking about, that is going to be on October 30th, the day before the challenge starts on the 31st. I don't think we said that.
Yeah.
So the orientation will be on October 30th, the Sunday before, at 4 p.m. And that'll be here at the gym, in-person orientation. We'll answer any last-minute questions you have and just let you know some more details about how it's going to go. Yep, looking forward to it. So you can sign up in SugarWOD, on Facebook, in the email I've sent. I'll send out another email, so you'll have plenty of places to sign up. There's QR codes around the gym, and we're excited about it. Looking forward to working with you guys on this.
Yeah. See ya.